Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lifespan Development. My name is Natalie Kaltma, and I will be your professor this semester as we embark on this remote learning journey together. So I just wanted to go over a little bit about what you can expect this semester. So I'm going to a little bit about like the assignments and things like that, but mainly just how to navigate LMS and to kind of welcome you to the course. So the first thing we're going to do is go through kind of what you should see when you log into LMS. So this is the homepage. So I'm viewing as a student right now. So this is the homepage for our course. And I have posted a welcome announcement. So just introducing myself, the best ways to contact me are email. Well, the number one way is through email. So my email is posted right there. And then the other way you can contact me is through Instagram. So last year, I started a professional Instagram account for students, and I didn't post as regularly as I would have liked to. So my goal for this year is to get more active on my Instagram. And you can DM me on there if you have questions. And if I keep getting the same question from students, sometimes I'll answer to my stories. And I try to post assignment reminders and things like that as well. Or you can chat me on Microsoft Teams. And so I have posted the code that you're going to need to join our class Teams. So our class is taking place 100% remotely. So the way that's going to work is I'm going to pre-record lecture modules for you to watch, and then we're going to have live sessions via Microsoft Teams. So you're going to need to use this code right here to join our class team. So when you open up Teams, it will say like join a team with code, and then that's where you're going to put that code in. So each week we're going to meet virtually and synchronously through Microsoft Teams. And I don't expect that, our class runs on Thursdays from 1:30 to 4:30. I do not expect that our class will take that long, because we are just going to highlight key information and then maybe do some activities and do a Q&A session. So I'll be doing lots of review and things like that, but it's expected that you read the book and also watch the lecture modules prior to coming to that synchronous learning. So after you kind of read through this message, I'm not going to read it all to you. I'd like you to go to our class communication blog type thing. I don't know if it's a blog or a forum, and you're going to introduce yourselves. So I think connecting with each other is going to be extremely important. I'm just going to make my little video smaller here. There we go. To access that, you're going to go up to communications, and then you're going to click discussions, and you will see that I have a student introduction form here, and I'm asking you to post a picture. It's awesome to be able to put a name to a face, and then also a little bit of a short bio. So where you're from, your hobbies, interests, family, pets, things like that. So you can see my bio here. So there's a picture of me. And I talk about just a little bit about myself. So I'll kind of give that introduction right now. So I am from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. I grew up here, born and raised, but I'm also a dual citizen. So I'm American and Canadian, and I spent my summers growing up on Mackinac Island, Michigan. So if you're not sure where that is, it's about an hour south of the border. I went to Lakehead University in Thunder Bay, and so I studied my undergraduate degree was psychology, and then also a minor in geography. And I went on to Teachers College, got my B.Ed in education, and then went back and got my master's of education. So I love Thunder Bay. I love the North. I love Lake Superior. I live on Lake Superior right now. And I really enjoyed my university experience. So this semester is the start of my 7th year teaching at Sault College, which seems the time really does fly. So I'm a full-time professor of social sciences, and I really enjoy what I do. So this is my first kind of time, aside from the end of last semester, teaching remotely. So I'm really going to miss those face-to-face interactions and being in the classroom, but we're going to make the best of it via remote. So I'm also a mom. So I'm a proud mom to 2 young boys. So my oldest is 3. His name is Micah. And then I have an 18-month-old Lucran, and I will try my best to use them as much as I can when we talk about young children development. So sometimes I will post Instagram stories of them doing like little Piaget experiments, and I'll use some examples of language development and things like that. I'm also an animal lover, so I have a dog named Remington, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see a picture of him. I have his bed set up right behind me in my office, and so he often hangs out with me. So one of the perks of working from home. And then my hobbies. So I love outdoors. I'm a runner. I love kayaking, snowboarding, cross-country skiing, biking, pretty much all things outside, and lots of other activities as well. So that's what I'd like you to do, is just to post a little bit about yourself. That way we can have an opportunity to try and make connections and get to know each other, and kind of connect that way. So I look forward to reading all your bios and going from there. So I'm going to take us back to the home page. All right, so if you scroll down, this is what you should see. So you should see the visual, like a visual table of contents here, and then the calendar on the right-hand side. So this is just reminding you of everything that's due and when it's due, and just to try to keep you on track. So you can go to the course introduction module. And here you will see a page that introduces the course. So giving you a little bit of a welcome to lifespan development and telling you what developmental psychology is. So it's the study of the processes that shape human development. So we're going to be looking at infancy through old age. I also have the code here again. And then information about the textbook. So I'm going to show you that right now. So the textbook, I have a hard copy, but the textbook is an online book. Okay, so here is, I hold it up. This is what like the textbook looks like. So it is Lifespan Development in the 7th edition, and you can purchase a code through the bookstore or through Pearson directly. So once you have purchased the book, you can click on, I'll have to check that out after, the link, and it will bring you to your Revel account. So I'm just going to go to Revel directly. Sign in, sorry. Oh, I think I'm already signed in. Where did I go? Oh, no. Okay. So once you are logged in, you should be able to see you use that code that I sent, or the link, and it'll take you to our course site. And here you'll be able to see everything that's due. So there's a calendar on the bottom of the screen. So I'm just going to move myself over here. So you'll be able to see it. So there's a calendar on the bottom of the screen that tells you when everything is due. And this is where you're going to access all of the readings. So I will have reading questions posted to kind of help guide your readings, but this is where you will go for that. There's also helpful quizzes and things like that to help you practice what you know. So you can click on the quizzes. My internet is being slow. Sorry, I live out in the country, so sometimes my internet can be a little bit spotty. So there's this, I'm viewing as an instructor, so it might look a little bit different, but that's where you're going to go for all of the activities that you'll be doing. Okay, and this is also where you're going to access our major assignments. So you might have heard of people talking about it, but what you're going to be doing this semester is you will be raising a virtual child, and then answering questions to me. So this is also where you're going to access, here I'll go with student view, access those assignments. You can also set up the app on your phone so you can read the textbook on your phone, things like that. So I have everything set up here, but this is where you're going to go. So you can click on creating your virtual child. And then there's a process to set everything up. So you can start that. It's not due, your first one's not due until October, but you will go through here and you'll do the setup for My Virtual Child. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a separate video on there, just on the setup of creating a virtual baby. Okay, so I'm going to take us back to the home page. So that's everything that you need to know for the textbook and the setup. I've also posted a key, okay, there's a little, my bios here as well. So that's the same as what was in my contact information. That was the same as what was in the forum. I have the course outline posted for you, and then also key information document. Okay, so I'd like you to read through this document, and it just welcomes you to the class and it tells you what you can expect. I have the Teams code here, and like just a little bit of a breakdown. So for class preparation, it's really important that you're coming to our live synchronous classes. So those are going to start 1:30 on Thursdays, already having viewed the lecture modules and things like that, because this is going to be your opportunity to ask me questions and to kind of touch base, make sure that you understand everything. And then we'll be doing some in-class activities through Teams. And those are worth 10% of your final grade. Okay, so it has information about the textbook, how to set up your Revel account, about in attendance, and then also a little bit about my late policy. So I'll explain that right now, but you have 4 My Virtual Child assignments this semester, and that is worth a cumulative of 30% of your final grade. My late policy is that they're due by midnight the day. So on Thursdays at midnight, they're due by that time. So 11:59. Each day that it's late, it loses 1 grade point percentage. And then after 5 days, I don't accept them anymore. But I will give extensions. So if you need extra time or you're struggling or something came up, you can always request an extension, but you must ask me 72 hours prior to the due date in order for me to be able to give you an extension. I also do recognize that remote learning will come with technological challenges. So if you're having any issues accessing Microsoft Teams, LMS, things like that, let me know as soon as possible. And then just about academic success. So I know remote learning can be a little bit daunting, but please know that I'm here to support you every step of the way. And you can please reach out as soon as possible. So it's easier to help students at the beginning of the semester than it is to help people like in the last 2 or 3 weeks. So regular contact. We can do individual meeting consultations via Teams. I can answer emails, DMs, things like that. So I'm definitely available to help you. If you have questions about your assignments or upcoming tests, or maybe you didn't do as well as you thought you were going to do on a test or things like that, please reach out and I'm more than happy to help you and to work with you. All of our tests are going to take place on LMS as well. They'll take place during regular class time. So at 1:30, your test will start and you'll have an hour to complete it. So if you don't show up for the test or you miss the test or things like that, then it results in a grade of 0. So you have to let me know prior, I have that bolded, to the test in order to be able to write it at a different time. Okay, so if you want to read through that document as well, you can go back to that module. And then I also have the course syllabus posted for you. So that gives you a breakdown of what you're going to be doing each week and when things are due. It's kind of small here. Just a second. Let me make that bigger. All right. So the first week, we're not going to be covering any content, but I'm going to go through and explain. I'm going to go through the course outline again. You're going to watch this video the first week. I'm going to explain the My Virtual Child, and we're going to hopefully do some little icebreaker activities and get to know each other. Next week, so the week of September 17th, you will have come to the Teams meeting, having already watched the modules for chapters 1 and 2. Okay, so I know that with remote learning, one of the key things is not falling behind and staying on top of things. So you'll do the guided reading questions and watch the modules, and then you'll come to class. So each week it's going to break down what you need to do before the class and what we're going to be doing during the class time. And at the very bottom, of this really long syllabus, it never used to be this long, but is in how you're going to be assessed. So in-class activities, those are worth 10% of your final grade. So if you do miss a team, so you can't come to the live lectures or things are happening, if you let me know, you can always submit it. You can always submit what you missed, but you need to let me know ahead of time. Your My Virtual Child assignment, which is posted, you'll be able to see that under the contents. And I'm going to do a video just explaining that, is worth 30%. And then you have 3 tests, each worth 20%. So that is just a little bit about the syllabus. So let me close that out. All right, so back to the home page. And then you'll see the My Virtual Child assignment, and I'm going to do a separate video just explaining that. So that's pretty much it that I have for this first video. So everybody is going to either go through the bookstore or purchase this textbook directly through Pearson. So this is what it looks like. It gives you access to Revel and also the My Virtual Child assignment. So you need to buy the textbook new. A used copy of the textbook, you will have to buy access to Revel, which is what's going to be really helpful to help you practice what you know, and access to My Virtual Child. So you do need to buy that textbook. It is helpful to buy it brand new because it can be maybe potentially even more expensive if you have to buy it access separately. Okay, so that's all that I have for you today. So it was really nice. Well, I didn't really get to see you, but hopefully these videos are helpful, and that's what you can expect. So I'll be lecturing through, I'll be not live lecturing, sorry, but I'll be recording video lectures and trying to help explain content that way. So if you have any questions or concerns, or you're having issues or things like that, please feel free to either send me a message on Instagram or email me, and we can get you on track. All right, so have a good day, guys. How do I stop recording?